When it comes to attraction and dating dynamics, one topic that often surfaces is the idea of ego. In any relationship, ego plays a role, whether we're conscious of it or not. When we say reducing a woman's ego to zero, we aren't talking about breaking her down or making her feel worthless. Instead, it's about gently guiding her to set aside the layers of ego that often come up as defensive mechanisms, pride, or entitlement. This can pave the way for more genuine connection, mutual respect, and understanding between you and her. Many women, just like men, sometimes develop ego defenses as a response to past experiences or societal expectations. These defenses might manifest as being overly guarded, having high demands, or wanting to control situations. When someone is led by their ego, it's harder for them to truly open up, be vulnerable, or engage in a balanced and equal relationship. So, what's the goal here? Rather than reducing her ego in an aggressive or manipulative way, it's about helping her feel comfortable enough to show her true self without the need to put up walls or project an overly confident image. A woman with a balanced ego can be much more open, understanding, and willing to build a real, lasting connection. To guide her toward that, it's important to approach her with emotional intelligence, patience, and respect. When you interact in a way that makes her feel valued, she's more likely to let go of ego-driven behaviors. This can involve subtle changes in how you communicate, setting healthy boundaries, and maintaining your own self-respect. It's also about showing that you're not there to win or control her, but to engage in something meaningful. In this journey, keep in mind that reducing ego doesn't mean erasing her confidence or individuality. It's about helping both of you peel away the layers that prevent real connection. It's about encouraging honesty, vulnerability, and a sense of equality. When done respectfully, this approach can lead to stronger attraction and a deeper, more genuine bond, allowing her to relax and be her true self with you. In the end, the goal is to create a relationship dynamic where both of you can connect as real people without unnecessary ego battles or power struggles. Here are 5 key talking points on how to gently and effectively reduce a woman's ego in a way that fosters a healthier, more genuine connection. When it comes to dating, a woman's confidence can be attractive, but there's a fine line between appreciating her qualities and being overly impressed by them. A common mistake some men make is to treat a confident woman like she's out of their league, putting her on a pedestal just because of her looks, career, or social status. But if you focus too much on her image or achievements, you end up reinforcing her ego rather than connecting with her on a deeper level. The goal is to embrace her confidence without acting as if you're in awe of it. Here's the thing, confident people are used to being noticed and sometimes even worshipped. If you go along with this pattern and give her excessive attention or compliments, it's likely to fuel her ego, making her feel that she has to keep up the act of being perfect. Instead, show her that you respect her confidence, but don't allow it to intimidate or overshadow you. Let her see that you value her as a person, not just her image or status. For example, if she talks about her accomplishments, acknowledge them casually without being overly impressed. A simple, "that's cool" or "good for you" shows that you recognize her achievements but aren't bowled over by them. This balance is important because it keeps the interaction on an equal footing. When she sees that you're not swayed by her looks or accomplishments, it signals to her that you're confident and grounded in yourself. You're treating her like an equal rather than putting her on a pedestal, and this is likely to pique her interest. She'll feel more comfortable around you, sensing that you see her as a real person rather than an idealized image. By embracing her confidence without being overly impressed, you encourage her to relax and show her authentic self. This also prevents ego-driven behavior, where she might feel the need to prove her worth or keep up an image. Instead, she'll be more likely to open up and connect with you on a real, meaningful level. Ultimately, this approach fosters a healthier dynamic where both of you can get to know each other without unnecessary power plays or ego battles. Setting and maintaining personal boundaries is essential in dating and relationships. Boundaries aren't about controlling or limiting the other person. They're about respecting yourself and clearly defining what you will and won't tolerate. When you have strong boundaries, you create a foundation of respect which can prevent misunderstandings and power struggles in your relationships. In dating, some men worry that setting boundaries might come across as harsh or may push a woman away, but in reality, boundaries do the opposite. They show her that you value yourself and have standards. When you establish boundaries, you demonstrate confidence, self-respect, and emotional stability, which are qualities that most women appreciate. Setting clear boundaries helps you create a dynamic where both people know their limits, which actually strengthens the connection. For instance, let's say you're with a woman who has a habit of cancelling plans at the last minute or not valuing your time. Instead of just accepting it, express how you feel about it calmly and respectfully. You might say, "I enjoy spending time with you, but I prefer when we can count on each other to stick to plans." This lets her know that you're not okay with being taken for granted without making it a confrontation. She'll understand that you value your time and won't tolerate inconsistency. Or maybe she sometimes teases or makes comments that you find disrespectful. Setting a boundary here could look like calmly addressing it by saying, "I'd appreciate it if we could avoid that kind of talk." Boundaries like these don't have to be emotional or aggressive. They're simply clear, honest communication about what works for you. Maintaining your boundaries is just as important as setting them. If she crosses a boundary, remind her calmly of what you discussed. The key is to stay consistent. If you waver or allow your boundaries to be ignored, it sends the message that you don't truly stand by your values. By standing firm, you reinforce that you respect yourself and that you expect her to respect you too. Ultimately, setting and maintaining boundaries leads to a healthier, more balanced relationship. When she sees that you have standards and respect yourself, it often encourages her to act with respect and care as well. Boundaries help build a connection that's based on mutual respect rather than ego or power dynamics. Communicating with calm authority is one of the most effective ways to create respect and trust in a relationship. When you speak with calm authority, it means you're confident, grounded, and clear in what you say without being aggressive or overly emotional. This style of communication shows that you have control over yourself and won't be easily swayed by drama or ego-driven behavior, which can often encourage a woman to drop her guard and feel comfortable being herself with you. Calm authority starts with being clear on your own thoughts, feelings, and boundaries. If you know what you stand for, you'll be less likely to get defensive or lose your temper. For example, if she says or does something you disagree with, take a moment to process it rather than reacting impulsively. Instead of raising your voice or becoming confrontational, express your thoughts in a direct and composed way. You could say something like, "I see where you're coming from, but I feel differently about this, and here's why." This lets her know you're standing by your perspective without turning it into a heated argument. Another key to calm authority is listening actively. Show her that you're open to understanding her point of view, even if you don't agree. When she feels heard, she's more likely to respect your own opinions and boundaries. Instead of trying to dominate the conversation or win the interaction, focus on keeping things balanced. This shows her that you're not just trying to get your way, you genuinely want mutual understanding. When things get tense, take a deep breath and stay in control of your emotions. If she raises her voice or becomes defensive, resist the urge to mirror that energy. Staying calm, steady, and respectful communicates that you're in control of yourself and the situation. She'll often follow your lead and respond in a similar way, which can prevent small disagreements from escalating. This calm authority is also attractive because it demonstrates emotional maturity. Women are generally drawn to men who can handle situations with ease and respect, even under pressure. By communicating this way, you're showing that you're confident without being controlling or arrogant. Ultimately, speaking with calm authority helps to create a dynamic where both of you can feel safe and respected, fostering deeper trust and a healthier, ego-free connection. When it comes to building real connections, showing appreciation for a woman's authentic qualities, who she truly is, makes a much stronger impact than focusing only on her looks or status. Many men get caught up in complimenting a woman's external qualities like her appearance or career achievements, thinking that's the best way to get her attention. But while these compliments might make her feel good in the moment, they often don't go deep enough to create a meaningful bond. Instead, showing appreciation for her authentic qualities like her kindness, sense of humor, or resilience can help her feel truly valued for who she is. When you notice and appreciate the things that make her unique beyond appearances, it helps her let go of any need to keep up a certain image or put on an act. For example, if she's a good listener or goes out of her way to make others feel comfortable, let her know you notice it. You could say something like, "I really appreciate how thoughtful you are. It's rare to find someone who genuinely cares about people like you do." This kind of compliment feels more personal and meaningful because it shows you're paying attention to her character, not just her looks or what she does for a living. Another way to show appreciation for her authenticity is by encouraging her to share her thoughts and feelings without judgment. Be genuinely curious about her ideas, passions, and what matters to her. Ask her questions that go a bit deeper, like, "What's something you're passionate about?" or "What's been the best part of your week?" When you respond to her answers with genuine interest, it shows her that you care about her as a person, not just as a potential partner or someone you're trying to impress. When a woman feels seen and valued for who she really is, it can lead to a deeper connection. She'll be more likely to open up and feel comfortable being herself, knowing that you appreciate her for more than just surface-level qualities. This approach not only sets you apart from other men who might only focus on her looks or achievements, but also builds a foundation of trust and authenticity in your relationship. By appreciating her true qualities, you're encouraging a relationship that goes beyond ego and appearances, making room for a more genuine, lasting connection where both of you can feel valued and understood. In relationships, sometimes power plays come into play, whether consciously or unconsciously. Power plays are attempts to control or manipulate situations, often to feel more secure or in control. In dating, a woman might test your boundaries or see how you react in certain situations. Staying grounded and unaffected by these power plays shows that you're confident, self-assured, and secure in who you are, which can naturally discourage her from continuing to engage in such behaviors. When you're grounded, you're steady, calm, and not easily swayed by emotional highs and lows. If she tries to provoke a reaction by teasing you, testing your patience, or even playing hard to get, staying calm and composed shows that you're in control of your emotions. For example, if she cancels plans at the last minute without a good reason, don't overreact or beg her to reschedule. Instead, remain polite and calmly let her know that you're disappointed, but won't let it affect you too much. This response tells her that you respect yourself and won't tolerate being taken for granted. Another way to stay grounded is by not letting small challenges or games get under your skin. Some men might feel the need to respond to every little jab or challenge, thinking it shows strength. However, true strength lies in knowing which battles are worth engaging in. If she makes a comment to see how you'll react, or if she's acting distant to test you, don't jump to confront her or seek her approval. Simply continue being yourself, keep your priorities, and let her come around when she's ready. Also, avoid mirroring her behavior if she's trying to create tension. If she's moody or upset, Remain steady and supportive without getting pulled into the mood. By staying composed, you communicate that you're emotionally mature and not easily influenced by temporary emotions or ego-driven games. When she realizes that power plays don't work on you, she'll be more likely to drop them altogether. She'll see that you're secure enough to handle things calmly and confidently, which can actually help her feel more secure as well. This behavior establishes a foundation of respect in the relationship, allowing both of you to interact without unnecessary drama or control struggles. Ultimately, staying grounded and unaffected by power plays creates a balanced dynamic. You'll be able to focus on building a relationship based on respect, trust, and genuine connection rather than on ego-driven behaviors. In summary, building a meaningful connection requires respect, self-assurance, and a focus on authenticity. Embrace her confidence without putting her on a pedestal, set and uphold your boundaries to show self-respect, and communicate calmly to maintain a steady, mature energy. Appreciate her true qualities, not just surface-level traits, and stay grounded if power plays arise. These approaches will help her feel comfortable enough to drop any ego defenses and be her true self around you. Ultimately, this paves the way for a balanced, genuine relationship where both of you feel valued and respected for who you truly are. Don't forget to keep embracing masculine approach to life.